What's good, YouTube? Y'all ought to know it's your boys. Them boys crazy. Y'all ought to know it's Burrows to rock up in this motherfucker, man.
I already know what's going on, man. I know it's your boy Cameron Fish. Anytime you see our face, you know it's time for another.
Man, this is why I heard that co-stars who hated each other off camera. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember back then when everybody talking about different co-stars, like who liked each other, who didn't like each other. Then Martin and Gina joint, they right there, they had me like, damn. They right there.
But I ain't gonna lie, it's really more common than folks think too. Like,
yep.
But I'm gonna be real, that goes to show you how professional folks is and how they can really keep their cool. Cause for you to act like best friends on camera, but right when the cameras cut on, you like, man, you know, it's
man, you trying to get at the nigga. That's weird.
Yeah.
Adam and Jamie from Mythbusters couldn't stand each other.
Jamie and I don't get along very well. That's not a secret we've had.
While Drake and Josh weren't exactly buddies either.
We made this thing that people really love, but maybe we weren't that close.
However, let's begin by talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, who ironically played the inseparable lovers Romeo and Juliet. Prior to filming the movie, the actors had spoken very highly of one another.
Claire Danes is the most fantastic young actress I've ever come across.
However, in his early days, Leo would always pull elaborate pranks on his co-stars, which was appreciated by some people on set, but despised by others like Claire Danes. He tried to pull multiple pranks on Danes when the cameras weren't rolling, and the young actor wasn't having it. It's rumored that the young actress found Leo a little immature. For the very same reason, DiCaprio found Danes to be uptight and overly serious, and as a result, according to some sources, the pair barely spoke to one another when not filming scenes together. Roughly 1 year later, Danes was offered but turned down the lead female role in Titanic, with some speculating that she was simply uninterested in doing another film with DiCaprio. Despite this, the two have always talked highly of one another in public.
The dude is a genius. He's been a genius for decades now.
Which wasn't the path taken by Kevin Smith after figuring out that Bruce Willis was a complete and utter dick. The two had agreed to collaborate on a 2010 movie.
Like I heard, like Bruce Willis really was like one of those.
Cop Out, and 2 years prior in 2008, Kevin Smith praised Bruce Willis for being his favourite actor and biggest inspiration. However, as the two began working together, Kevin Smith realised he should have never met his hero. Despite Smith being the film's director, Willis refused to take any direction, with Smith later stating, "I was going at it like Bruce, do it like this. I was directing Bruce the way I direct everybody else." And Bruce was like, "I've been acting like Bruce Willis for 25 years. Do you really think there's anything you're gonna tell me that I don't know?" At a later point during filming, Bruce Willis threatened to punch Kevin Smith, after which Willis had to be separately photoshopped into the movie's posters as he refused to turn up to the photo shoots. On top of this, Willis failed to attend the party celebrating the movie's completion, where Kevin Smith made a toast stating, "I want to thank everyone who worked on the film, except for Bruce Willis." In a 2013 interview, Willis clapped back by stating, "Poor Kevin, he's just a whiner, you know. We had some personal issues about how we approached work. I don't have an answer for him. I'm never gonna call him out and lay him out in public. Sometimes..."
This my thing. Is it on some stuff where he one of those type of people that he feel like you can't tell me how to do what I do because I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years. Type of dude. I don't know. Like, I can understand where he coming from, but at the same time, he's like, no, okay.
Especially, you know, this is somebody you really look up to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then he, like, this his movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just telling you, bro, this how I picture it to be.
Look, I can't nobody tell me how to be Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he's like, if you sprinkle some stuff in there, like, of your own, that's cool, but, man, that's
just don't get along, although this isn't the end of the story. After Willis was recently diagnosed with aphasia, Kevin Smith took to Twitter writing, "Long before any of the cop-out stuff, I was a big Bruce Willis fan, so this is really heartbreaking to read. He loved to act and sing, and the loss of that has to be devastating for him. I feel like an asshole for my petty complaints from 2010, so sorry to BW and his family," which is a much nicer ending compared to that of Sylvester Stallone and Richard Gere. The two met whilst filming a movie called The Lords of Flatbush, where Stallone instantly disliked Gere's demeanor, stating, "We never hit it off. He would strut around in his oversized motorcycle jacket like he was the baddest knight at the round table, although the real argument came when the two were eating lunch together." Stallone stated, "I was eating a hot dog and he climbs in with a half a chicken, covered in mustard with grease nearly dripping out of the aluminium wrapper. I said, 'That thing is gonna drip all over the place.' He said, 'Don't worry about it,' which was followed by Richard Gere spilling grease all over Stallone's pants. As a result, Stallone, quote, elbowed him in the side of the head, after which the director chose to replace Richard Gere with a different actor altogether. Despite this taking place more than 50 years ago, Stallone has stated, "To this day he seriously dislikes me," which is an ending also shared by Ariana Grande and Jeanette McCurdy after their one and only season of Sam and Cat. When the show came to an end in 2014, Ariana Grande made an extensive heartfelt twitlonger thanking everybody involved in the production except for the other main co-star Jeanette McCurdy. This implied that the two weren't as close as the show suggested, which was confirmed at a later date when Jeanette stated the following.
She would have to miss work because she was being pulled in all directions, so she's got to do radio shows, she's got to do the Billboard Awards, the Grammys. She's performing at the Grammys, and I'm like acting on the show with a box because they decided that like for that week her character needs to be trapped in a box so she can go perform at the Grammys.
As a result of this, Jeanette would write, "Ariana misses work in pursuit of her music career while I act with a box. I'm pissed about it and I'm pissed at her, jealous of her," before expressing further jealousy in her memoir by attacking Ariana's upbringing. Ariana grew up in Boca Raton, Florida, an incredibly wealthy, idyllic town with a healthy mum who could buy her whatever she wanted whenever she wanted. Gucci bags, fancy vacations, and Chanel outfits. Jeanette's hatred toward Ariana always felt pretty pathetic. However, feud between Will Smith
I ain't gonna lie, that white that Ariana Grande and whatever her name, nah, this a red flag from Sam.
Yeah.
That's a big red flag for Sam, because for you to sit there and say she grew up in a wealthy, then she's still working to get her own.
But not even that. The fact that you admit it, like you come to,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Like she ain't Grammys and all. It's not her fault that she can
messed
sing.
up in a way, like that book that she was writing in, like she had a book basically about how she hated her mama, like how her mama was and XYZ. And I'm just being real. That's why she was envious of her. I'm just gonna keep this 100. Like, that's crazy though.
Yeah, man, that's a super red flag for you. You tripping.
Janet Hubert reached a whole new level of petty jealousy. Janet played Will Smith's auntie in Bel-Air and took an instant disliking to Will Smith as she felt it was unfair he'd been given a TV show at the age of 22. Will Smith later stated, "I can straight up say that Janet Hubert wanted the show to be the Aunt Viv of Bel-Air show. She said once, I've been in the business for 10 years and this snotty-nosed punk comes along and gets a show. To her, I'm the Antichrist." While Alfonso Ribeiro, who played Colton, also noted Janet was painful to work with. There were days when we were all on set and she would literally go off on people, and they got to a point by the time the second season came around where we're like, this is unacceptable. As someone who was seen as difficult, Janet was offered significantly less money to appear in the 4th season, encouraging her to quit, which is exactly what she'd do. However, this only increased her resentment toward Will, as she'd state, "There will never be a reunion, as I will never do anything with an a-hole like Will Smith. He is still..."
You can kind of tell that in the show, though. I ain't gonna fake it. I could kind of tell that in the show. Like, I used to always, like, when she had them parts where she was mad or she was on, I used to always be like, man, she a good actor. I guess she was dead serious.
Egomaniac and has not grown up. This constant reunion thing will never ever happen in my lifetime unless there is an apology, which he doesn't know the word. Despite...
What the fuck?
that there wouldn't be a Fresh Prince reunion, it did eventually happen in November 2020, where more than 30 years later, Janet was still convinced that Will had ruined her life, stating, "I hated what you did, I just hated what you did. You took my career away of 30-something years," as Will Smith's comments about her being difficult made it hard for Janet to land work afterwards. At the end of their talk, the two made up and apologized, although Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey had no interest in doing so. They'd appear alongside...
Ashley's Black Friday is going on now. Everything is on sale. Get up to 75% off holiday hot buys. And
I ain't did nothing to you.
And that's the thing. She talking about he ruined the
No,
career.
you
Like,
ruined
how
your
did
career. I'm not the one that put it out there that you were difficult to work with. Everybody saying the same thing.
Then my thing is she's saying stuff like every time they say somebody don't like somebody, it's jealousy. It's not my fault that they gave me a show at 22 years old. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know, bro.
appear alongside one another in season 12 of American Idol, where their almost polar opposite personalities began to clash immediately.
I'm sorry. Are you country? Do you like country? Do you like country? And I kind of feel like we're comments. I'm trying to help her. We're trying to help her as opposed to just talk about her outfit. Of course, you always do.
In a notable instance, the two had this argument mid-show.
Nobody said every moment. Oh, excuse me. The music will cut me off if I can. May I express this to her as a singer? I just feel like what maybe trying to be expressed is just sing from your heart the entire time, and your notes will continue to shine regardless of the dirt that gets splattered around you.
After which Nicki threatened Mariah with violence.
Multiple people heard Nicki say, if I had a gun, I would shoot that
leading Mariah to state the following.
It felt like an unsafe work environment. I'm not going to take any chances, so yeah, I did hire more security.
In response to Mariah Carey's claims, Nicki responded by tweeting, "Hey y'all, let's just say Nicki said something about a gun. People will believe it because she's a black rapper. LaMayo, I'll then hit up Barbara and milk it," implying that Mariah had made the story up. Nicki then made another tweet reading, "I guess it hurts to have the producers tell you to your face that Nicki is the best judge we've had since Simon, or poor you, keep them lies coming," implying that Mariah was also simply not as good at judging. For obvious reasons, both judges quit the show after only one season, after which Mariah Carey stated this:
"That was the worst experience of my life. I would never want to be involved with it again."
With Drake Bell and Josh Peck holding a similar opinion about...
Damn, dog. This right here hurt me deep, dog.
Yeah, that's
crazy. All the times we
did,
it's
crazy,
bro.
Because they worked together for so long.
Josh,
you know.
Damn.
Wow.
To their most famous show.
I be seeing
Josh.
Yeah, but I don't really see Drake like that. Like what? Damn, he had it. Yeah, they look. I ain't gonna see it.
He's still dropping music though.
Yeah, he ain't get locked up for it. They look right back.
I don't think he's locked up, but he, you know. Probably a little, you know, on paper.
Bell and Josh Peck holding a similar opinion about returning to...
What the fuck? What did you do?
I seen a video on their mind not that long ago, a few weeks ago. I was on his YouTube.
The most famous show. Well, it seemed the two...
Drake.
And he still be dropping little music and shit, but yeah, about it, I don't know.
Damn, bro, that stuff like that be messing me up. Damn.
Josh Peck holding a similar opinion about returning to their most famous show. While it seemed the two had a great time filming Drake and Josh, Drake would take to Twitter in 2017 writing, "When you're not invited to the wedding, the message is clear. True colours have come out today. Message is loud and clear, ties are officially cut, I'll miss you brother," which was followed by Drake flaming Josh via text for the very same reason.
I'm getting married that night, and I see these text messages from him, like cursing me out, coming for me. I'm like, on the night of my wedding.
The incident was a sad moment for fans of the show. However, 2 months later, they'd make up, apologise, and even post a 12 million view video together, implying that the duo was on good terms. That would be until 2021, when Drake found himself in a bunch of legal trouble, after which Josh made the claim that they were never really friends.
Are you guys like not friends?
Not really, no. We made this thing that people really love, but maybe we weren't that close.
So you guys were never close during the...
I wonder what made Josh do that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all pretending to be just super close, but y'all weren't really that close. I'm not saying that's the reason why, but after these allegations come out, now you say
like, no.
Like why you didn't say that within the span of those 2 years that y'all went? Oh my goodness, I don't know, bro. That shit be blowing me.
Like when you were filming Drake and Josh, you were just kind of co-stars?
Obviously, there were times when we were closer than not, but when inevitably the show ended, I mean, we're just totally different kids.
These statements have since been criticised, given they'd spent a large amount of time together outside of the show, with one of these critics being Drake Bell himself, who'd give numerous examples of them hanging out together.
That's what bugged me about it. He's like, we weren't friends, we didn't hang out.
Your Christmas party, the party that I made.
He came all the way to Riverside to support me.
Josh is clearly trying to distance himself from Drake's sketchy legal situation, given Josh is still actively booking movie roles in an industry where reputation is everything. There are obviously mixed reports about whether or not they liked each other.
The whole thing, if it's okay, just don't say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Or tell the people in the interview, just don't ask about it.
Yeah, you can keep your distance from it, bro. You ain't have to, you know.
Like you said, how I feel about this, bro, is like I just said. I feel like Josh real deal wanna have that bond, but it's probably certain things that Josh do that Drake don't mess with. And he probably like, it probably be something small, but it just probably be something big to what you call. You know, it's certain things that Drake do.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That Josh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that shit, I don't know, that stuff be crazy.
Stars, although it seems obvious that they're now no longer on speaking terms, and neither are the two main hosts from Mythbusters. Adam Savage and Jamie Hyneman hosted the show for more than 12 years, after which an article was published reading, "The Mythbusters always had an amazing secret weapon. They can't stand each other." The article referenced an interview from Entertainment Weekly, in which Jamie stated, "We like to point out we've known each other for 25 years and never once sat down to have a dinner alone together. We sort of managed to tolerate each other. I think it's probably safe to say that continuing our on-screen relationship in front of the camera is probably not happening." To back this up, Adam stated this.
No, I don't think Jamie and I will continue to work together on other projects. Jamie and I don't get along very well. That's not a secret we've held.
With him claiming it's not a secret they've held, as it was mentioned while the show was still running.
We are not friends. We tend to drive each other batty. We have never, in the 21 years we've known each other, had dinner alone together. Our very different personalities means that we spend a lot of time in sort of conflict.
Periodically, their behind-the-scenes animosity spilled out onto the camera.
What kind of seconds were you counting there? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? What kind of seconds are those? Who counts like that?
So it's no surprise that Adam would also state this.
There's a lot of fighting on camera. We got really mad at each other, like really significantly, vitriolically angry. We drive each other nuts every day. We get frustrated with each other on a daily basis.
However,
But
the
then,
reason
like,
that...
my thing be like, bro, do y'all have to be super close to do shows? Like, is that a thing or something? Like, is it a thing to where...
No, I think he's on some stuff like when folks on the show for so long, and then it's like you on the outside looking in, you will automatically think like they have some type of bond. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that they have to be close.
Because like every time they do these right here, it's always on some stuff like Josh say, you know, me and Drake, we never even went to dinner together. Or like this myth, but they're like, you know, I never even been to his house. It's like, bro.
It just be on the outside looking in. Like when people see, when you so good at what you do and you been doing it for a long time, people just gonna automatically think. Like,
and see, I think that's
close.
what it be. I think what it be, like you said, it be on the outside looking in, and everybody be thinking they close. So it be that one co-star they be like, man, we supposed to be close. But it's like, gee, I feel you. Now if that happened, this was up. Like I like that, but you don't have to be close with this person. Like I think that's where the issue lies a lot of the time.
See, I'm just being real. Like with me, like if we were doing something, we ain't that close, but it's on some stuff like we do good business together, and we ain't got no problem with each other. That's cool. But when it's on something like we can't stand each other type
and
shit,
I think that's what caused it though. I think what caused it is like if you working with somebody and y'all working, and then it's just some stuff where he like, you be like, all right, bro, I'm finna go head out. And then they hit you with I mean, Cam just don't, I guess he don't like me. He ain't never asked to go to dinner. He ain't never want to meet the fam. It's like, gee, what? Bro, like we do good work. We do good work. I go home, bro. Like it's like some people be making it seem like you have to have this close, but now, like I said, if you have it, that's what's up.
That's
like
cool,
that's what you aim for. But if it don't happen and y'all do good business, like, oh, I just hate to see stuff like this, bro. I hate seeing stuff like this, especially when it's a good show.
Other nuts every day. We get frustrated with each other on a daily basis.
However, the reason they're so proud of their awful friendship is because it's also their key to success.
The friction between Jamie and I has an integrity to it and a chemistry to it. We have respect for each other. We also drive each other absolutely batty.
We're not afraid to say something that will hurt the other's feelings because we don't care, Savage says. We consider it a point of pride that the right idea always wins. It doesn't matter whose it is. It's a working relationship based purely on respect and mutual gain, with their unconventional approach resulting in unconventional success as one of the most popular shows in TV history.
That's damn. I don't know, bro. It'd be like, God damn, y'all. It do be kind of messed up though when you watch a show and then you be seeing how they close on the show, but then in real life it be like.
Cause see, my thing is like when I see like just say a show and it'd be on some stuff like, well, you know, Drake didn't like Josh, or Josh didn't like Drake. When you say stuff like that, I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. But if it's on some stuff like, yeah, you know, they weren't close. I mean, okay.
Yeah, and see, that's the difference.
It'd be like oh yeah, you know, they couldn't stand each other. Like, that's when I'm like, damn, like, they couldn't stand each other? Because I'm trying to figure out what it is. Yeah.
And see, like you said, I'd be like, bro, they couldn't, what the fuck, what you mean they couldn't? Like, it had to be something that made them couldn't stand each other. And then the first thing they say is, he didn't even want to go to dinner with him. It's like, gee, so you didn't like this nigga because he basically didn't want to be close with you, or y'all don't want to be, I don't know, bro, but hey, shout out to, bro that made this video. You made some fire videos, bro. I be hating seeing this shit so much, dog. But it is what it is, man. Y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up. If y'all like the rest of it, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy, them boy crazy. And we out.